Hello, welcome back to the Fruit of Grisaia. After we partied yesterday, Michiru slept soundly through the night. Sharing the burden she'd carried in secret for so long, even momentarily, must have brought her some relief. I explained the situation to Chizuru and had her arrange for an investigative stay in a nearby hospital. Of course, this involved enduring a great deal of sarcasm and sniping, but our principal wasn't about to refuse to help a student in need of medical attention. I can't say whether she was moved more by pseudo-parental affection or a professional concern for her responsibilities, but I suppose it hardly matters. Early the next morning, I prepared to see off Michiru. Normally, I'd be pulling on my sweats and heading out for a run right about now, but today I'm skipping that. An exercise routine is only meaningful when you follow it faithfully. There's no point to doing it at all if you take days off. But I understand that some things are more important than a training schedule. Some things can withstand a day's neglect, others can be lost in a heartbeat. Difficult as it can be to accurately identify the difference, prioritizing them appropriately is absolutely crucial. I head upstairs to Michiru's room and knock lightly on the door, but there's no answer. She's most likely still preparing for her departure. It's generally understood that women take time to get themselves ready to go anywhere. Deciding it best not to rush the girl, I patiently stand by in front of her room for some time. Finally deciding that we need to get going, I call out her name. Michiru, Michiru. But again, there's no response. I suppose it's a little early for her. Maybe she's still sleeping? Michiru, everything alright in there? At last, there's a quiet answer from inside the room.
もう何回か名前呼んで。そしたら行く。
Strikes me as a bit of a strange request, but I obey. Michiru, Michiru, Michiru. After repeating her name numerous times, I hear a rummaging sound from within. A moment later, Michiru eases open the door, dragging along a small suitcase as if it were loaded with bricks. The girl's wearing strangely dressy clothing. What's with the outfit?
え、どうしたってどうもしてないよ。だって会えなくなるから。最後は可愛い服で会いたい。
Sure, but you're only going for a week or so, right? You'll be back soon enough. What's the point?
だからユージは女心が分かってないって言われるのよ。
Oh, who's they?
榊だ。
Sakaki, huh?
なんだか寂しいな。
Michiru pouts a little, a clear shade of melancholy in her eyes. Seeing her take this attitude, I feel a twinge of reluctance myself. Maybe the girl could stay. My help might be enough to pull her through the worst of it.
どうしたの？怖い顔して。
Well... Don't leave after all, let's stay together. How about a kiss before you go? Interesting choice.
セーブするわ。
Okay, I'll save on it. I don't really know what the better one is here. Okay, how about a kiss before you go? How about a kiss before you go?
恋人ごっこ
No, just a kiss.
でただのキスか。よかろう。
The way you put that slightly annoys me.
そうこれとある人の真似なんだけど。
Oh, who's that?
あれどうしたんですか？わあ、小峰幸、なぜここに？いえ、今日は珍しく朝早く目が覚めてしまいましたので、ワックスがけでもと思いまして。校舎の廊下に白濁液をぶっかけては吹きを繰り返していたところです。そうなの。お二人こそ揃ってどうなさったんですか？それは
We're going to have her looked at.
検査？
That's right. Michiru collapsed from anemia a little while ago, remember? As a precaution, we're taking her to a hospital for a thorough examination. Nothing too serious. She'll be back better than ever in no time.
あ、そうなんですね。でも確かにそれならすぐ済みそうです。
I'll let the others know later. Try not to worry too much.
はい、わかりました。心配は少しだけにしておきます。そうなのよ。心配なんてしなくていいんだからね。あとサチ、あれだ。はい、わかりました。びっくりした。サチがいるなんて知らなかった。
Really? I saw her hovering around out at the corner of my eye.
だったら先に言いなさいよね。もしかしてそれでキスしてやろうかなんて言ったの？意地悪として。
No, that had nothing to do with it. How about it? Well,
もういい。だってサチとか急に出てくるし、そういう気分でもなくなっちゃった。
in that case, let's get going. I'll carry your luggage.
ありがとう。でもそれも大丈夫。自分でできるから。
Dragging a revealed suitcase wildly along the path, Michiru turns her head slowly, surveying the campus.
いざお別れとなると名残惜しいね。
Don't get all sentimental. You'll be back soon enough.
ユージは冷静すぎるのよ。いっつもさ。
Alright, here we are. Watch yourself out there.
うん、行ってくるね。その前に、
What's wrong? Need to pee?
違う。あんた本当に意地悪ね。そうじゃなくて、さっき言ってた。
The kiss?
うん。してほしいんだけど。
You sure?
いいよ。
Sachi's staring at us, you know?
じー。なぜここに？なぜと聞かれれば、みちる様が外に出てなさいとおっしゃりましたので、学園の外に出て待っておりましたゆえとしか返答できませんが、何か。そういうことね。分かったわ。では最後にもう一度だけお願いを聞いてくれる？はい、何でしょうか。ちょっと向こう向いてて。はい、かしこまりました。ほら、キスして。
Michiru practically collapses against me, and I press my lips firmly against hers. Our hot breath mingles together. The wet sound of saliva swapping fills the air. Good enough?
満足だ。サチ。はい、そちらを向かせていただきます。
Michiru's cheeks are slightly red, but Sachi gives no outward indication of curiosity or suspicion.
乳児にちょっと用があったのよ。悪いわね。で、あんたにはこれ。部屋の鍵ですか？そう。私がいない間に、もし暇で他に掃除をする場所がなくなったら、私の部屋を掃除してもいいわよ。はい。ではそうさせていただきます。白濁液をぶっかけさせていただきます。その言い方やめたら。さてと。
Michiru takes a deep breath, then turns to face me once more.
ユージ、今までありがとう。
And with those words, she bows her head deeply. Cut it out. Coming from you, that just feels weird.
そうだね。お気をつけくださいね、ミチル様。当たり前よ。あんたもこれからもユージの面倒見てあげなさい。はい、わかりました。それではまたお会いする日まで。バイバイ、サチ。
Alright, see you later.
さよなら。
With a small wave, Michiru leaves the school, dragging her suitcase behind her.
考えすぎでしょうか。ミチル様、最後のお別れみたいなご挨拶でしたね。
Don't know about that. You're probably just overthinking things. I tried to reassure Sachi, but the fact of the matter is I'm in agreement with her observation. Michiru left as though expecting never to see us again. After Michiru finally disappears in the distance, Sachi and I make our way back to the dormitory. In a reversal of those summer weeks, this time Michiru is the only one who's vanished from this place. It's going to be a little dull in her absence. Guess I'll have to find some way to kill the time. Now I am going to start taking this story more seriously. I ended up taking on the role of explaining Michiru's 1 week absence from the dorm to our classmates. Chizuru was in an unusually cranky mood, and, well, that pretty much covers it, actually. Grown women can sometimes behave in astonishingly childish ways. Life would probably be a little easier and less aggravating if not for this aspect of female psychology, but I suppose it's often an element of cuteness as well, although in this particular case, I'm not confident that applies. That's right, it's just an observational stay, not much more than a checkup really. Everyone was aware Michiru had been suffering from anemia, so the news didn't come as that much of a shock. As I carefully stressed that her stay was just to be on the safe side, they accepted my explanation without too much fuss. The problems came after that. Without Michiru around, unexpected quirks began to appear in our daily lives. Like an image gradually taking form on a sheet of photo paper, the changes grew more distinct with the passage of time. What's the matter, Sakaki?
いいえ、なんでもないの。
That's so? Alright then, I'll see you later.
あ、ちょっと待って。やっぱり話を聞いて。
You really don't know how to be honest with yourself, do you?
そう？イリスさんのことなんだけど。
Oh, something up with Makina?
ちょっと言いにくいんだけど、邪魔なのよ、若干。
A nuisance? Elaborate.
誤解してほしくないのは悪口とかそういうことじゃなくてね。でもなんだか普段よりもずっと、なんていうのかな、ぐいぐい来る感じっていうか。
I haven't noticed any such thing personally. Wonder what's going on here.
あ、ユミちゃんだ。ねえねえ、ちょっと話を聞いてほしいのよさ。また今度ね。昨日もそう言ってたのよさ。ねえねえ、なんで用事があるのよ。だからまたね。あれれ、おかしいな。ねえお兄ちゃん、ユミちゃんに変なことした？
Don't be an idiot. Forget her. What's with you?
どうもしてないのよさ。ユミちゃんってばちょっと最近冷たいのよ。どうしたんだろう。急にあんな感じなのよさ。
I see. That's interesting.
どこが面白いのよさ。全然面白くないでしょ。はい、罰ゲーム。
I refuse.
じゃあ、はい、何かしらのゲーム。
I'm getting the idea you just want to drag me into playing with you.
まあそうなっちゃうよね。チルチルがいないから退屈なのよさ。
At this point, the situation finally makes sense. Normally, Makina would be messing around with Michiru on a daily basis, but her favorite target's been absent for a few days now. Instead, Sakaki's been taking the brunt of her mischief. We've all learned to play along with Makina's demented games every once in a while, but a constant barrage of attention would be exhausting, hence Sakaki's irritation, which Makina interpreted as hostility. I see, so that's how it is. That girl's been playing an important role in her own right.
どういうこと？
I'm sure you'll figure it out soon enough. It'll be interesting to see what other effects emerge, if any.
もうお兄ちゃん言ってることよくわかんないのよ。疲れました。
Oh, and now it's Sachi. What's wrong?
それが皆さんの頼まれ事をこなしていたら、なぜかわかりませんが普段より疲れてしまって。あ、お願いしてたお菓子は？買ってきたよ。はい、これアメラツイスト。はーい、シール付きのアメちゃん。お菓子はあまねえが決まった数しかくれないのよさ。それをチルチルからこっそり分けてもらってたから、チルチルがいなくてお腹空いてたのよさ。
Michiru's constantly doing you favors, isn't she?
え？私だって世話してやってるからいいのよ、あれの。
Not referring to her as a thing might be a step in the right direction.
そういえば、ミチル様に買い物を頼まれると、その商品はどこに売っているとかいろいろ教えてくれるので、効率よく買い物ができたのですが、最 近そうもいかなくて。皆さんなぜか期間限定商品ばかりを頼むことが多いので、まず下調べが必要で、それに時間がかかり、割とぐったりなのです。
From the sound of things, Michiru has been playing middleman between the others, casually helping out and smoothing a lot of minor problems over. Guess it makes sense. Sachi does so many chores as the school's maid that it'd have to get stressful without a little assistance. I've noticed Michiru's acts of kindness once or twice before, but I hadn't realized that her behind-the-scenes support played this large a role in the group's normal dynamic.
それではここで失礼いたします。
サチ、お疲れなのよさ。あめうま。あれ、ハマネどうしたの？
さっちゃんに買い物頼んだんだけど、お願いしたやつと違うのよね。
あれま、じゃあ交換してもら
いやほら、さっちゃんってば責任感が強いでしょ。むしろ強すぎるでしょ。だから間違いとか指摘しにくいじゃない。
なるほど。確かにそれはそうなのよさ。めんどくさ。
こんな時にみちるがいたら交換してもらったりできるんだけどな。
ハマネもチルチルがいなくて困ってるの？
困ってるっていうか、まあ困ってるかな。
I see. Her over-the-top tsundere act tends to draw all the attention, but the girl's surprisingly helpful with the little things.
え？偶然でしょそれ。だってチルチルってバカじゃん？
Well, I won't deny she's a little naive at times.
なになに？最近ユージとみちるって仲良さそうだけど、そういうことなの
？Depends on your definition of something.
なにそれ？気になるんだからもう。
Michiru should be back in another 2 days or so. I'm curious about the results of her examination, but I've decided to refrain from contacting her beforehand. Probably better not to give the girl too much to think about right now. Hopefully she'll return before these small stretches the group's undergoing build up into anything troublesome.
風見くん。
What? Here to file another complaint about Makina?
そうじゃなくて、これそういえば渡してなかったなって思って。
Sakaki hands me a number of souvenir flags from her vacation, a half dozen to be exact. These for Michiru?
そう。できれば自分で渡したかったけど、なかなかタイミングがつかめなくて。それで風見くんなら仲いいみたいだから自然に渡せるかなって思って。
Understood. I'll pass them on. Can I just tell her they're souvenirs from Sakaki?
そうね。でも言わなくてもいいけどね。
If I hand her 6 pendants without saying a word, she'll probably just be confused.
あ、そうか。じゃあそうしておいて。
Alright, thank you.
え？
I'm expressing gratitude on Michiru's behalf. Thanks for the souvenirs.
ね。じゃ
Got to get things prepared for a smooth return. Since our maid is currently exhausted, maybe I should tidy up Michiru's room in her place. Then again, fiddling around in a woman's room without permission strikes me as a bit questionable. Also, to be honest, it would be pretty embarrassing if anyone noticed me doing it. Well, I'm sure Sachi will be willing to do it, overworked as she might be. Maybe I'll pick her up an energy drink. Mumbling to myself, I leave the dorm and head for the convenience store. Our routines may have been disrupted by Michiru's absence, but I haven't been neglecting my training. Running through nature every morning gives you an intimate understanding of the passing of the seasons. These last few days, the air rushing past me has carried a smell suggestive of the imminent end of summer. Having finished my daily marathon, I took a quick shower in my room. Michiru should be back tomorrow, but it doesn't feel particularly real yet. Not that I doubt she'll be returning, but this was a purely observatory stay, so the real question is what results the hospital's examinations will have produced. Not surprising that I'd still feel a little uneasy, I suppose.
小峰幸であります。
No need for the formalities. Come in.
はい、失礼します。
Sachi enters my room, her expression slightly troubled. Do we have a situation of some sort? What's wrong? You've got a gloomy look on your face.
はい、みちる様の件でご相談がありまして。
Michiru, you hear something about her?
いえ、みちる様がではなく、みちる様の部屋でのことです。
So what happened then? Let's hear the details.
はい、詳しく話してみます。ご存知の通り、私はみちる様の部屋の掃除を任されました。そこで先ほど部屋を片付け、掃除機をかけ、最後に雑巾で床を水拭きさせていただいたのですが、その最後にどうすればいいかわからない問題がありまして。
Butterfinger style dilemma, perhaps? Knock something fragile over?
いえ、そのようなドジっ子的な問題ではないのです。問題というのは、箱を、はい、鍵のついた小さな箱でした。私はその中も整理しなくてはと開けにかかりましたが、道具もなしに開錠はできません。そこで電動のこぎりを用意し、みちる様の部屋でスイッチをオンにしました。ドドドドドというモーター音も心地よく、さあこれで箱も真っ二つであります。ですがその時にふと思ったのです。人の所有物を勝手に破壊していいものか、しかも電の子でと。落として割ってしまったとしても、それは自然の摂理ですから仕方ありません。ですが意図的に破壊していいものかと。掃除を頼まれた時にどこまで破壊していいのか確認しておけばこんなことにはならなかったのですが。
I see. Alright then, I'll take care of that box. That should resolve your issue, right?
い、そうしていただけるとありがたく思います。では、これがみちる様の部屋の鍵です。それでは私、まだ手をつけていない作業がたくさんあるので、失礼させていただきます。
Sachi promptly bows and leaves the room. I drop the key on my desk, then fall back onto my bed. Naturally, I have no plans of actually doing anything about this box. Considering that it's locked, there's probably something Michiru doesn't want us seeing inside. No need to go out of my way to poke around. I pick up a paperback and begin reading once more, but before I'm halfway through the page, there's another knock at my door.
風見さん、
What's wrong, Sachi?
実はドアに耳を当てて室内の様子を伺わせていただいていたのですが、何やら鍵を放り投げる音とベッドに寝転がる音、そして最後に読書を開始なさるような紙の音が聞こえたのです。まさかとは思いますが、風見さん、別に小箱ぐらいどうでもいいかなんて思われてはいませんよね。この小峰幸との約束を軽んじてはおられませんよね。
Calm yourself. I was just about to head over.
申し訳ございません。私、風見さんを疑うような真似をしてしまって。
Not a problem. Anyway, yes, I'm wanting to go. What now?
いえ、一応みちる様の部屋に行くまでを見届けないと思いまして。私、部屋の掃除を任されておりますので、最後の小箱まで面倒を見てこそ任務完了と。その作業の一部を風見さんに託した手前、万が一風見さんが別に小箱ぐらいどうでもいいかと軽んじて。
Alright, alright. I'm not neglecting anything. You want me to go immediately, right?
ありがたき幸せです。
What's wrong? I'm going to take care of the box. You can leave now.
はい、この小峰幸、ドアのこちらで処理が完了するのをお待ちしております。
You're such a handful. Fine, got it. Just wait until I'm done.
はい。
I entered to find the room sparkling clean and neatly organized, just as Sachi said. The only thing even slightly out of place is the small box resting on Michiru's bed. It's an unassuming, simple little wooden chest, but notably solid and sturdy. You could imagine a pirate stashing treasure in this thing. Probably a handmade product from some local general store. Seems very well worn from years of use. Sachi, are you still out there?
はい。
Sachi responds instantly. She's clearly hovering just outside, waiting for me to deal with the box. Feels like I've gotten roped into an explosive ordnance disposal detail. Taking the box in my hands, I begin to fiddle around idly with the lock. You absolutely determined to have me look inside this thing?
そうですね。何しろ掃除を任されましたので、小箱といっても軽んじるわけには。
I really don't know if we should open it or not. Alright, just hold on a minute. If you really want me to, well then, what's the next move? I'm naturally a bit reluctant to open Michiru's private property without her approval. That said, I can't exactly stand around here all day. I have to think up some excuse and persuade Sachi. Sachi, my friend, where did you find this?
そうですね。普通に机の上に置いてありましたよ。
I see. If she didn't hide the thing, does that mean she doesn't particularly mind if someone looks inside? Tricky judgment call. I was just playing around with the box absentmindedly, but I seem to have gotten the thing open without even realizing it. Cursed my instinctive kleptomania. A mechanism this easily picked barely even counts as a lock. Surely you'd guard anything you really wanted to protect a little more securely. Guess it hardly matters now that I've opened it. May as well take a look. To be honest, I'm a little curious myself, and I've half convinced myself with the dubious theory that the girl actually wanted someone to look inside. Well, whatever my excuse, I open Michiru's box and peer inside. What's this?
風見さん、どうかしましたか?
Sorry, but be quiet for a second. There are several small notebooks and a number of photographs inside. The majority of the pictures seem to have been taken before I arrived at this school, mainly casual snapshots and group photos featuring Michiru's classmates. But in each and every one, Michiru's face has been cut out of the image. The rest is left intact, removing only herself from the world, but preserving the others carefully. I thoroughly examined the photographs one by one. There's a shot of Michiru sandwiched between Makina and Amane, Michiru leaning against a slightly embarrassed Sakaki, Michiru having her shoulders massaged by Sachi. In every case, Michiru's face alone is precisely snipped out with scissors. At a glimpse, these all appear to have been taken in happy moments, but that's probably exactly why she did this. Michiru must have felt that she didn't belong there. The girl must have been unable to accept the presence of her false self in these happy scenes. The notebooks are filled with memos written in small characters, notes on the performance she's been putting on in the school. There are also extensive itemized lists concerning Sakaki, Amane, Makina, and Sachi's likes and dislikes, notes on what makes them upset and happy, clearly accumulated through careful trial and error. Seems pretty clear that the girl was using this as a reference for her many small acts of kindness. That girl. My honest thoughts slip out of my mouth against my will. Is an idiot. Even after all this effort, Michiru didn't exactly pull off the charade, did she? Sometimes her act was more convincing than others, but as a whole she was just trying way too hard. That tsundere character must have been part of her plan as well, but I saw through it on the very first day. And of course, everyone else also knows that's not her true nature. Even so, she stuck with it, convinced that playing the clown was the only way she could be anything but a nuisance. I'll give her an A for effort, but seriously. Handwriting seems to be another weakness of Michiru's. Her thoughts and feelings spill out across the pages in characters that even the most generous observer would have to call sloppy. But I'm only laughing at first. The earnest notes on her classmates and dubious strategies for forming smooth relationships eventually give way to a diary. And its contents are largely occupied with the terror she feels toward her other self. Flipping through the pages, I jump through the story in chronological order.
今日も心臓が痛い。もうとっくに慣れたと思っていたのに、この痛みは体が張り裂けそうになる。嫌なことが起こると現実から逃げたくなる。世界が怖い。でも私のような人間が誰かの役に立てるなんて思ってないけど、迷惑だけはかけたくない。だから記憶がなくなるようなことはもう起こってほしくない。本当に怖い。私みんなと話している時に記憶が一瞬なくなった。一瞬だと思っていたけど、それはかなり長い時間だったようだ。それでもその場は何事もなかったかのようだった。また昔みたいになるのが怖い。そうならないように薬を飲まなくちゃいけない。今日は学園に男の人が来た。彼は私の性格を疑っているようだ。もっとうまくやらなくてはいけない。ユージのことがよくわからない。あの人はつかめない。いつも怒っているの？嫌われなければいいんだけど。でもユージはみんなを見下しているようにも見える。ちょっと意味がわからない。記憶がなくなると嫌なことばかりだったけど、嬉しいことが起こった。海の近くで猫を見つけた。猫は黒くて小さくて肉球がプニプニで可愛かった。餌をあげたら怒られるだろうか。猫が仲良くしてくれた。嬉しかった。チーズかまぼこをあげたのが良かったのだろうか。今度はワンタンでもあまり仲良くしない方がいいのも分かってる。もし猫がいなくなったらすごく寂しくなる。どこかに今日猫といるところをユージに見られた。恥ずかしかった。生まれて初めてキスをしたというかされた。なぜユージはそんなことをしたのだろう。意味があの人はここに来てからずっと意味がわからない。もう彼の目を見て話せないかもしれない。ユージのバカ。ユージのバカ。夏休みにみんなが出かけるらしい。ユージと二人になるなんて無理。どうしよう。ユージとデートごっこした。あれは全部嘘だから失うことはない。だって最初から何もないから。プレゼントに石をたくさんもらった。すごく嬉しかった。大切にしよう。猫に名前をつけた。ニャンメル。ニャンメルって変な名前だけど、名前なんてつけて大丈夫だろうか。どこかに逃げて行ったりしない？みんなが帰ってきた。嬉しいけど怖い。ユージが私だけのものじゃ。でも最初から私とはただのごっこだから大丈夫。みんなといると楽しいけど苦しい。心臓が痛い。 変だ。困ったぞ。困る。ねえ、これも読んでるの？あなたはニャンメルがいなくなった。やっぱり私は置いていかれてしまった。具合が悪い。ずっと頭の中に霧がかかったみたい。もうここは私の居場所じゃないのかもしれない。お願い。私はもう無理。お願い。今日はユージと一緒に眠ることができた。幸せだった。ユージに全部話した。あなたのことも話した。私は本当に幸せだったけど、嫌われたらどうしようって。明日から入院することになった。私はもうこのままユージの思い出だけでユージとの関係が壊れたり、学園のみんなと離れたり、怖いことがもしこの先起こるとしたら耐えられない。だから私はもう終わりにします。あなたのこと最初は大嫌いで嫌なやつだと思っていたけど、そんなことないんでしょ？だったら少しはお願いです。お返事をください。はじめまして。こうして君に気持ちを伝えることになるなんて思わなかった。君の体で君の知らない間にいろいろなことをしてごめんなさい。でも悪気はなかったの。私、君がたくさん頑張っているのも知ってる。君が辛いのも知ってる。力になってあげようと君の親友になりたかった。いつだってそばに寄り添っていて、困ったことがあったら助けてあげた。頭を撫でて、一人の夜も怖くはないってキスしてあげたかった。でもそれが逆に君を消えるなんて言わないで。もし消えるとしてもそれは私の役目。この体は君のものでしょ。だからちゃんと検査を受けて。はじめまして。本当にお返事をくれるなんて思わなかったので、すごく驚いています。今は朝の早い時間です。これから病院に行かなくてはいけません。だからちゃんとお返事をかけるかどうか心配です。あなたはやっぱり優しくて頭が良くて、それで私はバカだし頭悪いから頑張ってもダメでした。もうこれ以上何かを失うのは悲しい気持ちになると、暗闇の中にすっと落ちていくような感じになります。その間、きっとあなたが私として表面に出ているのだと思い、私は暗闇の中で膝を抱えて小さくぎゅっと目をつむって丸くなっています。その暗闇が怖くなって、そうするとあなたと入れ替わってこの世界に戻ってくるという。ごめんなさい。私はもう終わりにします。今度そうなった時は目を。だってそうすればきっとずっとあなたがややこしくてごめんなさい。とにかく私はこれからはあなたにお任せします。あなたなら誰にも嫌われず何も失わずにわがまま言ってごめんなさい。押し付けるみたいでごめんなさい。ユージによろしくお伝えください。愛していたとかそういうのは言わなくていいです。今ドアがノックされました。この学園を出て病院に行ったらもうユージとも会えないし、みんなともお別れなんですね。そう考えると生きてるって失い続けることなんですね。ユージがドアの向こうから 私の名前を呼んでいましは彼に名前を呼ばれる最後にわがままを言って何度か名前を呼んでもらおうと。それぐらいいいよね。名前を呼ばれるとドキドキするんです。さようなら。
I closed the notebook and put it away. At the very bottom of the box, she stowed the rocks I gave her on our first play date. I told the girl to throw them away, but it seems she didn't listen. To anyone else, they just look like stones, but to Michiru, they must have been a treasure of sorts. If it was going to turn out like this, maybe I should have given her something a little more respectable after all. But it's too late for regrets. Time doesn't wait for us to realize our mistakes. That's just how this world works. I shut the lid and pushed the box deep inside Michiru's closet. Sachi, I'm done with that box.
さすが風見さんです。それであの箱の中は何だったんですか？
The contents? Right. After thinking the matter over for a moment, I offer a brief response. It was empty.
からなるほど、わかりました。では掃除は完了ですね。
That's right. Nice work, by the way. The place is really sparkling. Michiru will definitely be overjoyed when she gets back.
いえ、私にとっては当たり前のことですから。でもそれでみちる様が喜んでくれるなら嬉しいですね。早く明日にならないかな。
True enough. Hope tomorrow gets here quickly. Sachi tossed off down the hallway with a spring in her step. I lean against Michiru's door and heave a weeping sigh. Final farewell. Maybe I should read a little more. I don't know. Okay. I don't know how much more is left, but this is really getting to me. Bye.